in the breakout?
Live streaming is on.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so, but you can share it in the Giveth one dev Discord channel.
Shall we waiting for other people to join, or we can go ahead?
I think we can get started with check-ins. I think Griff and Danny are coming, but they were just finishing up the other call.
Uh-huh. So what's up, Lauren? Is everything okay?
Yeah, everything's good. How about you?
Fine. We meet each other during the day, but you and Ashley. And because of that, we don't have any subject right now. I just ask what's up. Okay, guys, let me share my screen.
You hear me?
Yes.
Was this available in the governance call?
No, I didn't attend.
Lauren, do you know?
Yeah, I was in the governance call. Is that what you asked?
Griff. Was
Griff
there?
he was there, and he was like, I'm about to jump in another call, and I thought he was coming here, so yeah.
Okay.
Does anyone want to message Griff or Danny, or shall we start?
I think we can start, but I can ping them as well on Discord.
Okay, let's start. So we decided to split today's meeting with these four subjects. We just start with demo of the Spring 6th. After that, we gonna present a performance report, resource planning, and we're gonna plan for the next sprint for 2 weeks. At the end, we have just 10 minutes for grooming and discussion. I just asked Marco to join today's call. Hope he can. We gonna have a very short discussion on this. Okay. So I asked Amin to start about what he did during this sprint, and appreciate if you can share your screen too. Thank you.
You have my screen? Screen?
Yes.
Yeah. My major update was about implementing processing home network events in the Feather. Till now, we didn't have such capability. So after this, any event on the Giveth bridge smart contract is captured and processed in the Feather. One of the two of those which are important for us for gas price accounting, that how much gas we have paid for each user, each milestone and each campaign can be obtained by transactions which are executed against US bridge smart contract. Right now, we have gathered those events, processed those, and has completed our backend database with the information that shows us how much gas has paid for everyone, and also how much in the USD value is the share of that payment. For instance, if the payment for the Monic is the last payment of Monic just has one payment in the US trace. If you see it's here. No. Let's find it.
Can anyone else see Amin's screen? I can't see it.
I can see him.
Yeah.
I can see it.
Okay, cool. I have bad internet.
Can refresh the page. Oh, you can refresh the page or turn off your camera, maybe helps.
Ramin is also get disconnected.
You see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. It's Monic. You see, it's milestone. Monic has just one payment in the gives trace. If you see it, that's one. So for this payment, we have created two transactions. One of them is the first transaction that is a payment authorized. Is the first transaction done, which is done by DC. I make it larger. Yeah, that's the first transaction is done by bridge, and it says the transaction. If you see, and how much gas has paid, and the price of the Ethereum at the moment that the transaction is done. If you check it value with Ethereum, that's the value is here. Ethereum value is slightly different than with us. You see, it's $28, $29 about, but our calculations tells that it's about 29.85 cents, because we use different rate service and different timing. Our time is not continuous. We have hourly rates, but it's approximate. Its estimate is well. And about the second payment to the morning, it's a second payment. In that payment, there's a difference that transaction. Firstly, it's important to be paid by Giveth accounts. Griff or Bowen has done that transaction. Otherwise, it's not included. If data has this transaction has done by Griff, and if you see the transaction here, the value is around $16, but we have showed about $8 here, because that payment includes two transactions. You see here? Is it clear for everyone? So
Yeah,
morning transaction share was $8. So I just included Griff and Bowen, I guess, account in this calculation. For instance, if you do the second transaction yourself, we don't charge you. We don't take that gas into account, because it's not done by us. Someone himself has done that. Yeah, it's the biggest change, biggest implementation I have done this week, and the other one is bridge monitor. Yeah, bridge, not bridge monitor, uses gas now service for fetching the gas price at the moment. Not the East Gas Station. East Gas Station value is higher most of the time. So I replaced that, and now all the transaction after I guess it's 10 days or 7 days at least, that the bridge is working with the gas now API. So I don't want to
Your
make
time is
blind.
up.
Yeah, I want to pass it to the next one. Who is that? Mohammed?
Yes. For Marco and Griff that recently joined our call, I have to say that we have a demo at the moment. So this is the agenda of our meeting right now. We have 20 minutes for just a demo and 5 minutes for performance report, 10 minutes for resource planning, and sprint planning takes 20 minutes. And after all, we have grooming and discussions. And we are at the first step, but we have run out of the time. So, Mohammed, would you please just shortly say what have you done, and you can demo us. Thank you. Mohammed is.
I think
Yeah.
he's not on the call.
Okay.
Yeah, Ramin, can you start? To say
Yes,
all
I
you
will
want?
start. Let me share my screen. Sorry, guys, I got disconnected. It's my turn.
After Ramin, you.
Do you have my screen?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes. Go ahead.
In this sprint, I implemented the gas limit notification that Marco designed. As you see, it sticks to the top, and I also implemented the responsive version. It's being shown on mobile devices, and if we click on got it, it shouldn't be shown again. And in this sprint, I also refactored the main menu. I changed it to Ant design. As you see, every section we go, it's being highlighted. For example, I'm in a campaign page, it's being highlighted, or if I choose a milestone, here it's highlighted, or the manage menu. I also implemented the responsive version, and here's how it looks in the mobile view. I also changed the amount sliders that some issues was pointing to it. I changed it to Ant design. And in this,
I really like it. Thank you.
most of my time was dedicated to bug fixing. Includes issues number 18, 03, 19, 69, 18, 48, 20, 35, 1999, and 2042. Thank you. I will pass it to Muhammad. Hey guys, do you have my screen?
Yes.
Yeah.
The most thing that was important for us, and I spent time on that in the
this sprint and the previous sprint was the not allowing mock complete and disperse for donations uh, below limit. And we can see in this milestone how the balance lower than $20. So when I click on disperse, I got a dialog that it's under 20 USD, so I can't disperse. And one of the things about that, it was completing the milestones. So this balance is about $3. So when I want to complete that, I got an error. And the other one was the creating milestones. I want to create a milestone with $15 USD value. So when I click on that, I got an error that the value must be greater than $20. If I change this to 25, it should, yeah, it's a milestone. So the other issues that I worked, we had something that Giveth wanted to, when we have donations in the milestones, the transaction links was for the Ring it's the Ring scan. But we want the mainnet link. For example, it's the Lawrence milestones. We have a pending payment donation that it's that Lauren collected that, but it's not really went to her wallet. So when I click on this transaction, we see the Rinkeby transaction. But for the previous donations that really went to Lauren's wallet, if we click on that, we see the Etherscan link. For example, it's 323, and it's this transaction. So it's the rights donation link. So anyway, one of the things that I worked in this sprint was when, for example, let's show you. Yeah, what? Oh, not better in the develop. I created a campaign and I donated to it some Ethereums with two accounts. And when I delegated it to this milestone, I delegated the whole amount to this milestone. So the donation is split to two donations from two givers. But we wanted the one conversation and a status update in here. And it works good. We have two donations, but we have one status update because it was included in one donation. It was the other one. And the other things that I worked was when canceling milestones, the status update wasn't created, didn't create. So, for example, in this milestone, I canceled it before the demo, and it has the message, and it has the video link, and it's cool. Another thing that I worked, I have 1 minute. Just 1 minute. It's the subscribing and unsubscribing project. For example, if I subscribe this, the button will change to unsubscribe. It was for the previous sprint, but I want to show you. And yeah, it remains. And it works for DAX campaigns and milestones, but the emails that and notifications that we want to send to subscribers, it it didn't implement. But we have subscription feature. And my time is over. I pass it to Monique. Yeah. Thanks, Giveth.
Thanks, guys. To summarize my team members, I have to say that this is sprint. This is our burn down chart. This is our burn down chart for the last sprint is already closed because it's up to 2 days. And as we see, we just finished about nearly 90 story points, and some issue and pull requests has remained, but we made 93% of what we think we can done. We are near to ideal. It's in my point of view, it was a good sprint. Let me take a look at the cumulative flow. As you see, at the middle of this, at the beginning of the sprint, we just have 15 issue, but in the middle of the sprint, we doubled the issues that we have. And also, I think it's mostly related to bugs and the issues that we think that are critical to be added during the sprint. And we closed approximately 1/3 of the issues. We done near 2/3 of the issues, but there are issues still in progress and in bugs and in code review. But I think it's near to ideal performance. And let's take a look at the board. We still have issues in epics in backlog that were related to gas, but most of the items are in the done column. As you see, most of them are related to the gas, and lots of bugs in delegating and the delegating process, getting the rates and so on. The die balance not showing correctly when delegating fonts. As Mohammed said, about the limitations for disperse closing and also creating milestone, the limitation for gas issues. We made it done, but we still have issues on video attaching, as Ashley knows about it. And we have some PRs here. So I want to get back to here we have it. This was our resource planning. Our goal was not allow payments less than certain amounts and gas issues. And this is the whole time that we have. With the focused hours, we just have 170 hours, and we approximately fulfill 80 story points. So if I want to plan for the next sprint, I think we can nearly do this story point. So let's look at and plan for the next sprint. This is the hours that all the contributors and all the team members said that they can have in this sprint. And actually, it just says 5 hours. I marked 0 for Lauren. I don't know. She can contribute in testing or not. Mahdi, Hadi, Cherikan. We have 221. It means it's less than the last sprint because of the pairing and the sessions for Amin has been raised. So I think we can plan for nearly 70 story points this sprint. All the team members, please approve these hours and let me know if you don't have any problem with these contribution hours. Don't you have any leaves or don't you have any other meetings? Is that okay? I think Ashley herself put this number. And I think Marco can help us during this sprint because we have issues here. If you can guess, it will be appreciated.
Yeah, sure. The issue that you sent me the link for?
Yes. Oh, where was it?
Yeah, I got it. I mean, you need some hours estimations?
Yeah. Here is the issue that we're gonna discuss this issue, guys. I think we can do this right now.
Yeah, no worries. You can add like my estimations. I'm not sure if that's gonna be needed that much, but you can add 10 hours for me.
I mean, can you have a short discussion with Amin and the team?
Sure.
Thank you. Marco, are you very happy with the notification about the marking milestone complete and something, and proposing milestone less than limited value, less than 20? Did you see that notifications? I guess maybe you have better idea how to show the user that your payment is less than the value, less than the $20 in development, $300 in
No, I haven't seen those. So I guess I have to do some testing and then get back to you on this one. But you can. Is there an issue? Is there an open issue for that where I'm supposed to be working on this one?
No, I just as a user said that you may see that and notice that, because I say that was the fair thing that we could implement. We implemented something, but of course there should be some better UI for that.
Yeah,
I can define an issue. And
please do if you can, because thing is I'm not really spending a lot of time on Giveth trace right now as a user, per se. So like if you can create an issue, attach a screenshot to that one, link to whatever that is, and then just tell me what to test, and then I can run that through and give my feedback and potentially mock up something better.
Yeah, of course.
So it seems it's not clear for you, Marco. Am I right?
Yeah, it's not clear for me what the goal, what the intentions. What I put there as a comment. Mm-hmm. I wasn't really sure what we're trying to achieve here. Then I found out this other issue that is connected to this one. Got a little bit more clarity, but definitely would like to have some feedback from you guys, or just a quick explanation. What are we doing there? Why do we want to show this, and where do we show this? And is this publicly visible, or is it just visible to the user whose this campaign is, or milestone, or I don't know. Just give me a little bit of background here. That's all.
So it should be publicly visible to everybody. And the main thing is, hey, like we're paying everyone's gas and no one knows it's happening, right? Like, it's like really nice of us to do that, and we should probably brag about it. The people should at least know and have awareness that we're paying their gas. And so we want to calculate and tell people, whoa, hey, guess what? Fair Data Society, we've paid this much gas for you, and that would make them be like, wow, I really appreciate that, and that's the goal, is to just tell people, hey, Giveth has paid this much gas for you as a user, and tell them at the recipient level, So like on their profile page or some page that they can see, or maybe like in this issue, I think I took a picture of a screenshot where we could just say this much gas has been paid for you or something like that, or drop down gas usage or free gas. I don't know exactly how to do it, but for the recipient, there's that drop down menu that just has profile right now. And then there's for the campaign, we need to display it somewhere so everyone can see that, oh, this campaign has received, it's basically like a donation from Giveth, right? Like Giveth has paid this much gas for this much dollars in gas for this campaign. And same on the milestone level.
Got it. How much do we want to emphasize this information over the current information that is displayed on the campaign and the milestone pages?
Well, it's a new feature, so it'd be nice if it was a little bit highlighted, but it's up to you.
Okay.
I'm curious. I'm curious what you think about it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, definitely we could like create some sort of like I was first thinking maybe a banner that displays that information, but then we need kind of a static place where we will always have this information displayed, so the user knows where to, go to find that info if they want to see it again. Potentially, we could also add a little share button that says, that shares on Twitter and says like, "Hey, Giveth paid that much gas for me." That would be awesome. But yeah, we'll think about it. Okay, I'm gonna work on this issue for this sprint.
Thank you. But I think just to fulfill the MVP, because we have a epic about the gas issues and this the UI types of UX types of gas has been remained in our sprint. So I just suggest you that focus on the profile page and the campaign page. It's just my opinion. I don't know exactly. In the profile, every user as a campaign owner, as a DAC owner, or as a simple recipient, there was a place that can see beside every donation the gas saved or the gas paid. And for public, at the total milestone, at the milestones, or even campaigns, we can show them near the conversation box or at the leaderboard box. Just that. I just want to say that we can don't let it so big. We can focus on the MVP at this issue just because we have to go live just for 1.5 months. What do you say?
And just for background, as a recipient or for the profile, it's only them as a recipient. Like if you have a milestone and that you made the milestone and then it got paid to someone, like we don't need to worry about that or talk about that. It's only as the money that was sent to you as a person, as an address. That's
So you're saying that the value is just for the public page?
Yeah, there's no private, there's no secret gas paid or whatever. It's just for what I'm saying is the gas for a profile page is like how much we sent them money, right? And how much gas did we pay to do that? And that's it. It doesn't matter if like I make a milestone and but it goes to Lauren, then like I don't get any gas fees accumulated as me. That only Lauren gets some gas credit, or Giveth paid gas for Lauren, but not for me.
Anybody else have any comments or ideas about this issue? Lauren, I think you can help us.
Yeah, I mean, I was just commenting that I think we should if we have this displayed somewhere, then we should definitely share about it on our Twitter and with comms, because it is awesome and people don't really know that we're doing it.
So
And we should do that for both milestone and campaigns, definitely, and recipient, everyone, both projects and users. It's very important, I guess.
Yeah, and I think there's a little bit of a social flow. I know Monique was like, "Hey, we need users," but at the same time, because we're paying this gas for people, and like we have a closed beta. There's a couple reasons. Number one, we're paying the gas. Number two, it doesn't always work reliably. I mean, it's getting better and better, but it's still beta. So we might also want to consider this sprint figuring out a flow of taking users, or like how do you want to onboard users to Giveth Trace, and design that flow.
So if I get back to planning, to resource planning, Marco, how much hours you can contribute during this sprint? Just, it's not very important, just for stat. Thank you. And so we can just read a little bit more. So let's go back to the board and plan for the next sprint. We just create a bugs and ops column that I ask all of you, please, to, if you want to create a new issue that you think that's kind of important and have to fix, please move it at the bottom of this column, not at the new issues. If you think it's kind of bugs that is you think that it's have to be working right now, please put it here and mark bug, and it's kind of Kanban. It's out of our sprint sprint budget, so the people can take it in the progress and do it at the sprint. I think near 1/3 of all issues that we solved during this sprint was bugs and ops. It was unplanned. So so I don't want to consider this column as our planning estimations for current sprint. So I just want to put all these bags to the sprint backlog. There are PR, they're not important. There can be still here. And this one is not PR. So we just have done, the U8 is clear. Code reviews are just PRs. I don't care about them. And this is the sprint backlog. About the sprint backlog, we have to fill 70 story points. This, I don't know how much a story point we can put it here. Marco, I just ask you please to guess. It's, I think it can consume 10 hours and it's gonna be 3 or 5. It's just my opinion.
Yeah, make it rather 5.
Okay, thank you. And I
this is just hold on. This is just the issue for the design, not the implementation. So basically, there will be an okay, got it. Okay.
And I mark it as this sprint. Thank you. This donation badge is gonna continue. Guys, is this? Did you consume efforts on this sprint about this? Shall we change this estimates, or it's okay?
Romy, did you explain how much hours do you need to implement that or make that finished?
Which issue? Sorry.
The new donation badge 1486.
It's already done. I think we can estimate it to 1 to refactor and push it.
Okay, thank you. So what about this, Mohammed?
Mohammed has ranked that. It's free. Because it's new. You haven't done anything regarding
Yeah. This is we didn't consume any efforts on this. So what about the use new design milestone forms for editing?
I guess it's kind of, it takes at least 5. Yeah, and maybe more. Can you open it? You know, current forms are just designed for proposing. It's not capable of loading a new donation, a new milestone, already created milestone, editing that, and saving that again. Because there are 4 different forms, and there are some change in the backend to notice. To whenever you want to edit a milestone, you should know that which form should be loaded. That's a little complicated. So at least 5. Yeah, maybe more than 5. Maybe. Because in Fibonacci, you should mark it 8.
I presume it at the end of a sprint, it has been delivered to the the customer. Is it enough?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So, would you please give us a short story about this issue? That we have estimation, I know about it, but for the team to know more.
I mean, this is just constant for me, and I'm excited to hear what Amin says, but it's like sometimes I load the screen, sometimes I go to Giveth, and it gives me this error. It forgets who I am and refuses to let me use the app. And sometimes it only happens on Brave. Sometimes it happens on Brave and Chrome, and then I can't pay anyone or do anything. Sorry, Amin, what were you gonna say?
No, you're right. You know, it happens occasionally. The best cows can be right now after we have tested everything. We have checked the Nginx, our feather, and after all of that, we find out that maybe we have to upgrade our feather to version 4. We are currently version 3.x, but we should upgrade to 4, and it's not easy. We have spent time before, but it wasn't successful, so we left that test. But I assigned that to Mahdi Dehqani to do it yet for us. It's somehow complicated, and after doing that, Mahdi has spent the last 2 weeks. He's working partially in US, not full time, on this, and I believe so that it will be completed this week, but needs some testing. Yeah, that's it. Feather is the core framework of our backend, and we should upgrade that version, like mainframe, something like that. And yeah, that's it. So I hope we done that this week. We make it done.
So we can make sure that this gonna never be happen again after this issue is,
probably. We hope. Because we really don't know the root cause, but it's the best thing that we can do right now.
I figure that if it happens to me again, what I'll do is I'll especially, hopefully it happens during the sprint, maybe I can just like set aside an hour. When it happens again, we don't try to fix it until Amin and I are on a call together and dedicated time, because often we're trying to fix it and I'm in like back-to-back calls and we're just kind of like chatting, and it's like, hey, and then he'll do like 7 different things and one of them will fix it. So maybe we can just have like dedicated slow time and just like, okay, try this. Did it work? You know, I'm sharing screen, these kinds of things. And I think that will help us a lot.
I reached to Feathers guys, the main developers of the Feathers JS, and they told me that maybe upgrading to version 4 will fix that. So that's the reason I took that decision to finally upgrade Feathers. Upgrading Feather was a candidate always, but it wasn't easy, so we left it out. So, but this time I guess that it's the time to upgrade finally, because we are going to be not real beta anymore, and we have to upgrade Feathers.
So do you think it's necessary?
Yes. Yes.
And does it affect our MVP, or we can omit it right now?
It's make it more stable and reliable.
Mm-hmm. So Griff, it seems we have to bring it to the sprint. Are we okay? Thank you. So what's about replace bridge monitor info with cache fetched or info?
We talked about that. It's
yeah.
It's ranked.
Yes, you're right. Use new design milestone forms for editing.
We already did that one, I think.
We talked about this, yes. And use anti-design component in edit deck.
Yeah, all the forms has changed to new anti-design. Just deck was remain. It's easy, but it's a gift price. I assigned it to Rami. It can be done like other forms, like campaign and other forms.
Ramin, can we have a estimation?
We can estimate it to 2.
Thanks, man. It doesn't update it here. Archive event should be logged in a status update. It just related to a label a status update. All of these issues that we have currently in the sprint backlog related to gas issues, status updates, and the new forms, I think. Can you give a short explanation about it, Mohammed? Mohammed, we don't have your voice.
You're chopping off.
Can you update us, Amin?
Yeah, it's about the status up. It's just column. It's a timeline for everything that happens for a milestone. We didn't have archiving in that column, so every status update of what are recorded there, but that archive. So we decided to add archive there too. Let's say, okay, I have archived this milestone. It would be easy, but we can close that issue after a few hours.
So let's look at the product backlog.
What one? We want to see new issues. Oh no, everything is.
We better at the next. We have meeting at the end and beginning of the sprint, and we have a meeting in the middle of the sprint. The middle of the sprint, I would like to name it refinement. In the refinement, there's the best time to talk, groom about the new issues. But there's always open for everyone to put stories at the bug column. Whenever they want, they can put it, and we have extra budget for them and go forward with it. But the ideas, the feature requests, and all things that's gonna be plannable, we should talk it at the middle of the sprint. But it's not. I'm open to this. It's not an obligation. So let's look at the product backlog. We have email issues here, and we have the about this item that Hadi works on it. He gave me an update about that. He updated the Google Docs and puts the bounties and kind of this templates, milestone templates, and in a table, and he also adds some charts for them. About the expense, about the payment, and he suggested that we name these types events templates instead of milestone templates, because we have the milestone type of template here, and he just said that he's done his works, but we can continue with Griff in this sprint too. Griff, what do you say about this?
Sorry, it looks great. He cleaned up the drawings. We had a fun time hanging out. I don't know about the word events, but other than that, I was thinking that we would move towards the project or campaigns, or I don't know. We've been talking about this wording, but I don't have much to add. I think the roles is a different portion of this. This was like the status of the milestones, which I feel like we could probably close this issue because it's the milestone status is, well, at least the design of them is there. I don't know. Now the next step would be on the status side, is to update Giveth trace to use those status wordings, because like in progress isn't the right word for a status, right? Like fundraising is the word that we use.
Yeah, but I think it's in one of our epics, this issue was remained and has ruined our planning. I think this was all of them are done. Can you help me? I mean, the status was
search grab. Search grab.
Here. Represent payment to milestone status. That is the.
I think we decided to. I think there was like I think we decided to avoid that now. And focus on status updates, the conversation, and the links where that Mohammed, I think, already added, where it's down below. So I think we can just close this. Well, is there anything else about this issue?
I don't think so.
And then if there's not, then I think we can just close it and say there's a problem with this status also shows up in the page on the front page where it's like the little card, right? And because the status is the same in both spots, it makes it really difficult to have extra words there, and so we just took it out of scope to include the payment status in that status thing, because it's like fundraising and paid or whatever. So I think we just changed it.
Okay. Is it okay for you, Amy? You don't have any comments?
No, we should skip that. You mean that skip that and just put focus on implementing that various names for different type of milestones. Yeah, I agree.
Okay, let's look at the product backlog. We have at least.
Is it possible just to check the new issues? The thing is, with the new issues, sometimes it's like a big bug that will take up a lot of time during the sprint, and if we're not aware of it now, then maybe it will affect our planning.
Okay, let's take a look. So this was the thing that Amin raised, I think, or
yeah, Yeah, I assigned it to Marco about the notification that we discussed at the first. Marco is not here right now, but it's the notification that's, I guess, should be better, should be more beautiful than this.
I love our oh no's. It's just so fun. Oh no.
Yeah, I guess that issue can be in the sprint because Marco has time for it.
I don't think so.
Marco told that he can offer 10 hours, and he just he just has an issue with 5 hours, so he has 5 hours left.
No, it's not. It's not 5 hours. It's more than 5 hours. In this sprint backlog, it just puts 8 story points and 5 story points. 5 story points gonna be more than 10 hours, I think.
Oh yeah, okay.
So let's move it. If Griff can't load DApp in Brave, we can set aside some time to hack on it.
That's yeah. It's okay. You can close this. There's another issue open for it.
Yes. Shall we? All the team members.
Yeah. Yes. About the Marco issue, we can put that in a sprint backlog in case you find time. What do you think?
You're right. Hey, Zenhub. Okay.
Okay.
About this, we'll put it to sprint. It's product backlog. Design onboarding flow for new users and Giveth trace.
It's something that you brought up in the community call, I think, yesterday, that you really want some users on Giveth trace. So, but we need, if there's a lot of, we can't just tweet it. There's a lot of considerations that we have to have. So maybe we could set aside some time to discuss how we want to onboard users to Giveth trace.
It's interesting. I will move it to, it's not kind of, dev things, but I can do it right now. And I'll contact you to set a meeting about it. Thank you, Griff.
Mm-hmm.
So this, who's Griff? Go ahead, please.
Just like I sent some pictures, you can see like the text just became boring, right? Like it used to be Comic Sans, loud and fun. Okay, not Comic Sans, obviously, but something a little more exciting. And now it's just like comment on milestone. You can add comment. And I don't know, it lost a little flavor. And it's all over the DApp. It's from this recent upgrade to make things more modern. And I think it's honestly, I think it's more of maybe a Marco thing. I don't know. I don't know the best way to address it.
Lauren, I think he can help us.
We are talking about text or the views, about the style. Text, what do you think?
Aesthetics, the vibe, it's the text. The text is just boring. Maybe there should be some colors. Maybe the fonts should, maybe the font sizes should be varying a little bit more. There's just a lot of, I don't remember. I don't have screenshots of what it used to look like, although there probably are some all over some old issues of what these things used to look like, where it was like, there's a header, it has like a line under it, and it has color in the background. It's not just a white box. So it's kind of, it's not really just the fonts. It's the overall aesthetic. It's like a boring, I feel like it's Windows 95, some boring warning,
I take this issue, I'll work on it, and I'm communicate Lauren to know if she can help us. Thank you. Oh no warning, despite successful withdrawal. What happened?
Let's see. So So this is an issue we used to have a lot more often, but I think Amin made a comment here, and it's likely that the person just clicked the button twice, and so they had a successful withdrawal, but then they tried to withdraw again, and then they get this oh no error, and then they're like, oh no, what? I just collected this money, I thought, and then they have no way to really. They're just confused.
I was wrong. I was wrong. Lauren had that issue, and he said that. Okay, Lauren, go ahead.
Yeah, I had the same issue like 3 times. Every time I tried to withdraw from my common simulator milestone, I mean, maybe it has something to do with like if you withdraw from the milestone one time ever, like since the milestone's created, it doesn't happen. But then like every consecutive time, if there's like new funds coming in, because I only clicked the button once and then it says, oh no. And then I was like, oh no. And then I clicked the button a second time and then it said like, oh no, there's no funds here. So the first oh no was just a real like, it was the silly oh no. But anyway, so there's another issue about it that I actually just reopened and tagged Amina.
That's interesting. You said that it was about the uncapped milestone and the double withdrawal, and the second withdrawal and third withdrawal. You get that issue.
I think so, because the first time I ever withdrew, it didn't happen, and then the 3 consecutive times after,
But Ravi's is a capped milestone that only got filled once, but it did get filled with 2 donations or 2 delegations. But it only it's a capped milestone.
So what we can do for it, Amin? Can we split it to?
No, it's just a single issue. It's a single. It's not even. We have polished that oh no error message once, but there is some few cases that are skipped. So we should find other one. Okay, you can assign it to me. Put it 2.
Don't you want to change the topic and make it more clear for all developers and to the deliverable item? Is it clear?
No, I guess it's good enough. Yeah, it's good enough.
I'm sorry, guys. I have to run to another call.
Oh, sorry, we ran out of time. Sorry.
Yeah.
Bye, guys. This was really fun.
Bye.
Monique, amazing organization.
Thank you. Sorry, just to say, okay. Can we extend our meeting for just 10 minutes, or everybody can leave right now?
Monique, do you know my situation?
Your situation? No.
Yeah, I don't know. We have this next week meeting.
Okay. I will end it. Thank you, everybody. I just put fill the Sprints backlog and let you know how it can feel. I really appreciate Ashley for his contribution in testing. I really enjoy it. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. I also have a question, actually, just to clarify, like the flow, because I know with Giveth.io how it works, but so once I test the issue and if it's fixed, I put it in done. But if it's not fixed, does it go to sprint backlog or to in progress?
We just let it be remained at the UAT column and let
leave it in the testing column.
Yes, the developer should bring it back to the in progress or the product backlog.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks. Good to see you. Bye.
Thank you.